that nation has problems in terms of
no, let's look inward. Yeah. Sorry to butt in there, because if we have a divided opinion amongst us citizens, that's a problem. So what is it that the government hasn't been able to do to get everyone on the same page when they talk about their intention towards buying arms? Everyone would say, yes, it is true after all.
It's a problem that you have to look from the root. What do I mean? Cynicism or distrust about government is historic. It has historical dimension to it. It's not something that the government can do now. I mean, you can't generate trust now in the citizens. People are disenchanted with a lot of things in the nation. People are not happy with the government, and even again, people don't believe those who are in government. So people believe that those who are in government are discredited people, that every government, or particularly government in Nigeria, has credibility deficit. So it is this credibility deficit. It's very difficult because it is tied to so many things. The government must carry along its citizens. And how do you carry along your citizens? You must be able to have a kind of welfare package or social welfare package, a social program that will be integrated, that the citizens will be integrated into. And then as a result of that, you start your process of enlightenment in terms of allowing or letting your citizens know that, look, whatever government does, it is in their interest. But a lot of citizens don't take the government serious again, because they know that most times when they are saying they are doing things on behalf of, they are doing things in national interest, they later come to discover that it is in personal interest. Otherwise, what stops us from believing that genuinely we wanted to buy the arms? You understand? So it is because even here, some do not believe that the government has been very forthright, or the government has been very serious about how to handle this Boko Haram thing. And then when the arms thing happened, you understand, when the arms thing happened, it just happened all of a sudden, and a lot of people are linking it to election period, that this is a way that these people will, it was a way of siphoning or even just round-tripping some money outside. So this kind of credibility problem is something that is tied to the social fiber of the society, of the nation. It is not something that a government is very difficult, even as enlightened as I am. It's very difficult for any government to convince me. I have to do serious analysis before I can say I want to believe in the action or policy of a government that this policy is genuinely in my interest. So it's going to take a lot of time. It's not something that the government can do now. I know, I appreciate, and I understand their predicament. It's not something that is good for the system.
Tie that predicament to the fact that besides refusing to sell arms, the US also refused to share information, intel. Does that also have to do with human rights abuse?
That they refuse to do what?
Intel.
Okay.
Withholding intelligence from the military, they're not sharing. So besides refusing to sell arms, they were not sharing intel.
Well, they are at liberty to share whatever aspect of intel which they want to share. Why? Because you see, in international relations and in the international system, the volatility of it will not allow you to expose yourself or whatever information that you have now just like that, because tomorrow you may discover that you will need that information exclusively to yourself.
If you have information about me, and you're my friend who's supposed to help me settle a situation,
don't look at it.
You will not share the information to help me sort out the problem you're supposed to help me sort out.
No, don't look at it as a friendship like that. No, don't look at friendship between states like that. It's not human. It's not human. It's about states. They don't have anything because it is power, politics. They are playing. You understand? So it's not about human entities. It's not about human beings.
Let's close on this because we are out of time. And now we're looking towards Russia, and it's said that the president might be in Moscow before the end of 2014. What does this mean to you since we're looking towards Russia?
Well, it's an action which we have taken, and I believe that we are just, it's like we are testing grounds. We are testing the grounds, because in 1975, the MPLA crisis, when Muritala did it, it was not even difficult for somebody of leftist passion like Muritala to even take Nigeria, to the east. It's very difficult because fundamentally, the basic structure and fundamentals of Nigeria as a state everything has been tied to the Western bloc. So there is going to be serious structural adjustments, serious structural realignments for us to now go east. And I want to believe that we are just, in fact, it's a bravado that we are just doing. And then at the end of the day, I do not think that we are going to benefit. You know, I don't want to sound pessimistic. I don't want to sound pessimistic, but well, it's worth giving a try if we want to actually go that way.
Well, thank you very much. But as an academic, you just might give us in 10 seconds, do you have an idea of what our foreign policy is now, at the moment?
Well, our foreign policy at the moment is to follow our hearts, follow actions, follow developments as they occur. It's kick and follow foreign policy, kick and follow. That's why, because if you don't have a kick and follow policy, foreign policy, no matter the situation, you are supposed to have a kind of understanding with your partner. It's not that when something happens today, you say you want to go here. So when it happens tomorrow, you want to go back. That's kick and follow.
Well, Dr. Dagba Thomas, many thanks for coming. He's a foreign affairs analyst and also a teacher of foreign relations. Well, Sir Isla takes a moment now and we'll return shortly. Join us again.